Fieldwork users. In this video, I will cover the Fieldwork Office app, which is a green square with a white circle. Once you have logged in for the first time with your email and password, you'll be able to use the face recognition to log in subsequent times. Once you've logged in, it will present you with the current day's schedule, jobs listed from first to last in order, obviously the first at the top. To refresh the day, pull down on the schedule or tap the circle with the double arrows to ensure you have all of the jobs correct for that day. To begin completing your first work order, tap on the very first job at the top, and from this page you'll be able to get driving directions, see all of the line items, the service instructions, and location note. To begin the job, tap the green Start Now. From there, tap the start time, confirm the start time, and to add job notes, materials used, you'll be accessing all of the gray bars from the bottom section. Now, if you're collecting payment in the field, tap the light gray invoice bar to expand the section. It will display the amount owed, and to capture payment, tap Pay Now. So if you are paying, or if the client is paying with cash or check, just tap the payment method, select what they are paying with, and then tap Done. Now I'll cancel so that we can cover adding a credit card. So if you are adding a credit card in the field, tap Add New Card, and this will allow you to enter in the card details. So from here, tap in the card number, the expiration date, and the CVC code. So in this case, I will go ahead and use cash, tap Pay, and once that is done, you'll have a green square that states paid next to the invoice. Service notes, so your report findings and such, you'll enter in under the notes section. It's the third option down. Service instructions and location notes will repeat again if they were there. So to use the service notes section, you can type in, so we'll say treated, or you can use the microphone and it will report all of your notes very quickly. It collects 2,000 characters of notes, so you can have plenty of space. The private notes section, this will go back to the office only. So we'll just write in office only, and the client will not see private notes. We're skipping forms for now and going on to the environment section. When you want to report the current weather conditions, tap Fetch Weather, and it will automatically populate the current weather, which is wind direction, wind speed, air temperature, and then if you also need to include the area, the square footage, tap that and enter in the square footage manually. From there, you can go to recommendations and conditions. These are company lists that will populate in your notes section. So whatever recommendations you include will show in the notes. And then conducive conditions. These both are multi-check lists. So check off all of the options that are applicable. Under material use, when you add material, select from the list, and the company lists will auto-populate defaults. These can be changed if necessary. I'll select the location used. We'll say I used this in the basement. And if I enter in the quantity, we'll say 5 grams and save. Add as many materials as you need using the exact same process. When you add photos, so up to 10 photos per work order, tap the Add button. You'll have the ability to capture pictures from the app by tapping Camera, or if you have already walked around the property and taken photos, you can capture photos from your library. So I'll quickly do this from our library. We'll go into this and I'll select a photo. From here, once I add it, I can view it in more detail. I can also add in notes. So we'll go ahead and close that out. And again, you can add up to 10. Under the unit section, which I'll actually go through in another example. So this first example was more residential focused. You'll be able to capture data from each unit. And then to finish up this, we're going to go through capturing signatures. So at this moment, the customer signature will most likely be done via e-signature because of COVID. Technician signature, you simply just tap on that, sign, save, and then the client will be able to sign through their portal. So you won't have to have them touch your device at this moment. And after you're finished, tap Actions in the top right corner, and then tap Complete and Save. And then, oh, I forgot an end time. Let's go ahead and tap that. Done. Actions, let's do again, Complete and Save. When it's completed, it will turn green on the very first page. So you'll notice that the color is now green. In this next example, I'm going to go through units. So the purple service here is a multi-unit property. And again, I'll start with the work order start time. And for this, I'll go right to the units section. So instead of adding in all of the information for the main work order, I'm going to actually add it in per unit. So I tap to add a unit inspection, and then I pick a unit from the list. So this is unit 101. The unit status is how the unit was serviced. So I'll say this was inspected and let's see, service complete, follow-up needed. And the unit condition was prepared for service. And then the notes are notes that you would add for this specific unit for this service. And so that could be, treated, follow-up needed. And then materials used, so whatever was used for this. So again, we'll just pick Advion. We'll say we used 6 grams. Save. And then the pest activity, we'll say ants, and the activity level was moderate. Now the signature, this is the tenant signature. So we'll say tenant signature and save. Once that unit is saved, you can continue adding more inspections for the day. So the next one will be unit 102. And again, you would add in what happened. So we'll say there was no access, and we'll leave it at that. We'll save. We'll do another unit. We'll say this was unit 103, and this one is partial, not prepared, unit condition, not prepared. And then whatever notes you want to put in or materials used in signature, we'll again just do the tenant signature. And then each one of these is essentially like a mini work order within the service. And we'll go ahead and add the final unit for this building, which was 201. And we'll say that this service was complete, no follow-up needed, prepared, and we'll say we were there for roaches with low activity. And once that is complete, save. So once the units are done for the day, if you are servicing common areas, those can be added in under the main work order. If you are using, for instance, if you're spraying hallways, stairwells, laundry chutes, exterior, add that into the main work order body. Notes for that also would go into the main work order. And the signature would be your signature and maybe the superintendent's. Or if you are sending that out for email to then be signed by a manager, you can do that as well. Once you're done, add in the end time. We'll go ahead and complete and save. And that is completing your work orders on the Fieldwork mobile app.